Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sisters in Crime Canada West for another segment of Meet the Author. My name is Joanna VanderVlugt, the author of The Unraveling and Dealer's Child. Today, I am interviewing multi-published author and Crime Writers of Canada nominee, Alice Bienia. We are going to talk about her nominated novel in the Best Whodunit category, Three Dog Night. It's one of many novels in her Georgia Night mystery series, and Alice's website is Alice Bienia, spelled the last part BIENIA.com. Alice, you and I always have a good conversation, and congratulations on your nomination.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joanna. It's great to see you again.
Yeah. Now I saw that. I just thought, yes, right. So, anyway, so how did it feel? How did you feel when you found out about the nomination? And have you entered the CWC awards before?
Yeah, well, it was, I have to admit, it's a pretty exciting moment. And it's hard to describe just this cacophony of emotions. You know, there's sort of surprise and gratitude and excitement and disbelief. And so all these things sort of rolled up into one. And I was actually still working at my desk the day of the nominations, and my computer pinged telling me there was a message there, and I ignored because I tried to ignore these things and pick up messages like during a break or when I finished working. But then there was another ping, and then shortly after that another one. So I opened up Messenger, and there was a congratulatory note from a writer friend of mine, and it took me several seconds to remember that, oh, this is the day that Crime Writers of Canada announces their shortlist. So having a friend break the news to me was actually really quite nice. And yeah, as to your second question, I did enter Crime Writers of Canada Awards back in 2016 with my debut novel, Night Blind. And that was also very exciting times. It was pre-COVID, of course. And so we used to have these, the nominations were announced across Canada in various cities, you know, at the same time. And so in Calgary, the nomination event was at Owl's Nest bookstore. And I remember going there that night. I didn't know a soul there, like not a soul. And I sat near the back and was listening. It was really nerve-wracking because I think they announced the award for Best Unpublished Crime Novel nominations near the end of the event. And so that made it even more nerve-wracking. So when they opened the envelope and my name and book were one of the nominees for the Best Unpublished Crime Novel, I let out this yelp. And then everybody sitting in front of me turned around to look, and I'm like, oh, hi, it's me. so yeah, that was pretty exciting as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I am really happy for you, really am. So what is Three Dog Night about, just for those who are tuning in for like the first time?
Yeah, so it's a third book in my Georgia Night mystery series, and my protagonist, Georgia Night, is a private eye. She made a career switch from being a forensic lab analyst to becoming a private investigator. And by the time we see her in Three Dog Night, she's had almost 2 years experience. And so she's taking on a little more complicated cases. Three Dog Night is essentially a locked room mystery, and I love locked room mysteries, and so I had to write one. And but this is a modern day locked room mystery, and the mystery takes place the murder takes place in the victim's high-tech, highly wired, smart home. And the killer manages to get in and out undetected, you know, by all the multiple cameras he's got there and all the sensors monitoring the home. The police are somewhat stymied, and the newspapers are calling the killer the Whodunit killer. So George is hired by the victim's sister, who's a little frustrated by the lack of progress on solving her brother's murder. So Georgia quickly discovers that pretty much everybody named in his will had a reason, a financial motive to see him dead, but her instincts are telling her that maybe there's something more going on, and so she starts digging deeper and discovers some long buried secrets. So in the meantime, there's a brutal series of brutal storms hammering the east side of the Rockies like they typically do in early spring here in Calgary. Someone's stalking Georgia, leaving her cryptic messages about her parents' deaths. And her involvement in the case is ruffling a few police feathers, if I could say that, including that of the head of special crimes, which is her new love interest. And so Three Dog Night is really, I consider it sort of George's big breakout case. She gets to use all the skills that she's gathered so far to try to draw out the killer, without becoming his next victim. And this is the book where Georgia sort of goes from being somewhat of a newbie rookie investigator and starts to show her true gutsy, daring nature. So it's a fun book for me to write.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So thinking about the nomination, did you foresee or think about awards as being a part of your writing career or as a goal on your writing career? Or are you one of these authors who you enter, but it's the writing that is what is your priority? Like, did you think about awards or?
Yeah, not at all, Joanna, not at all. When I first started writing in 2014, I was focused on just write this story, get this first book done. And, it was really interesting because, and I don't enter many contests or awards at all. But changing careers and actual whole industries like I did, I had no awareness of awards. I didn't know such things existed. And I didn't even know what writing organizations or writer communities were out there or what resources were available to a writer like me. So when I heard about Crime Writers of Canada and the awards, I entered my book, and I hate to admit it, but essentially it was a desperate move on my part to try to get some much needed feedback on my writing. And so I was shocked to find out I was longlisted. And then, of course, later, over the moon, when I discovered I was shortlisted, made the shortlist. Now that I know better, I would say to any writers out there who's just starting and going down this writing path, there's probably a better way to get feedback than to throw your book into an award. So there's some really good editors out there that probably could have given me, some good feedback as well. But I didn't even know how to find an editor at that time. So that was an interesting part of my journey.
It's like this huge field. When you start to write, it's like, okay, like being almost like lost in a corn maze, like just. Yeah.
It's completely different. And, you don't have the terminology. You don't know what questions to ask. It's really kind of interesting. It is entering a whole new industry. Starting from scratch and slowly learning.
Good. Well, I'm really happy. Like I said, I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, Joe.
Now, I mentioned your website earlier. Where can readers find this novel? Where can they find Three Dog Night?
Yeah, so it's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and Kobo and all the online retailers. I'm happy to say it's starting to find its way into libraries across Canada, so yay. Yeah. And locally in and around the Calgary area, people can also find my books at Owl's Nest Bookstore here in Calgary, or Unique Books in Okotoks.
Excellent. Okay. So I got to ask, what are you working on now? And what's happening with Georgia?
So The sixth book is almost ready. I'm just kind of fiddling with the details of the cover. So that should be out this September. And I've started to put together some thoughts for book 7. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of thinking maybe it's time I sent Georgia on a vacation. I'm thinking maybe Greece or Turkey, but we all know she's not going to be able to relax because she's probably going to spend a lot of her time solving some kind of murder.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good, good, good. That's excellent. So anything you'd like to add, Alice? Anything that we haven't covered or?
I just want to send my congratulations to the winners of this year's Canada or Crime Writers of Canada Awards of Excellence. And I also want to express my appreciation and gratitude for organizations such as Crime Writers of Canada and Sisters in Crime Canada West, for all the work they do, largely volunteer run, to support and promote Canadian writers and authors. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the people involved in those organizations. And also thank you to you, Joanna, for a wonderful interview.
Oh, good. I don't have to do the organization, right? Like you said, the people behind the scenes. Thank you. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
So, okay, Alice. Well, thank you for stopping by Sisters in Crime Canada West. Meet the author, and I'm looking forward to reading the next Georgia Night.
Great. Thanks. It's been a pleasure, Joanna. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.